Hey guys, it's John V here with PhoneArena. I'm live here at MWC 2018 and this is our first look between the Samsung Galaxy S9 and the Apple iPhone X. So let's start off with their design. Obviously, both handsets feature pretty similar constructions. It's that glass meets metal design that we're all familiar with. There's no denying that both handsets feel great, look great, feel premium, but there are some subtle differences between them. For starters, the Galaxy S9 is just a smidgen taller than the iPhone X, but not by much. And when you hold them in hand, both handsets feel really great. We will say that the iPhone X does feel just a little bit sturdier because of that stainless steel frame, and there's a little bit weight behind it, so it does give it more substance than the Galaxy S9. At the same time, we do like the uniformity and the cleaner look of the S9 because you don't have distracting elements like that notch that you find on the iPhone X. And obviously, there are a lot of commonalities with their designs. For the starters, the placement of their power buttons and their volume control keys in the same position. You also have water-resistant constructions, which are great, but we will give Samsung credit for the fact that they continue to offer a headphone jack, which is really great. On the spec side, there is a slight advantage to the S9, but we wouldn't say it's a dramatic one. It's a 5.8-inch 1440 by 2960 Super AMOLED display, and it technically offers a higher pixel density count than the iPhone X's 5.8-inch 1125 by 2436 Super Retina display. So yes, on paper, the S9 does have an advantage when it comes to detail, but honestly, when you look at the two, you'll hardly notice the difference. And since they both employ OLED technology, you're going to have similar qualities. You're going to find great viewing angles, exceptional clarity, and also those saturated colors. It's honestly tough to say which one is better, but then again, you do have that notch on the iPhone X, which does make it a little bit more distracting, so we do like the more uniform look on the S9. Superficially, it's really nice that both interfaces are pretty minimalistic and straightforward. That means that navigating around is a pretty simple process, but when you dive deeper into what they have to offer, it becomes pretty apparent that Samsung's offering just a little bit more functionality. We all know how Apple introduced us to the Animoji with its true depth camera, and Samsung has something very similar with its implementation in the S9 through its AR emoji. It leverages the front-facing camera to take a picture of yourself and then generates a 3D avatar that you could customize. So yes, it'll track your facial movements, but when we checked it out, it's not quite as polished as what you find with Apple's interpretation. The S9 also benefits from having extended functionality in the form of an enhanced Bixby vision like live translation, and the new Samsung DeX dock now offers higher video output at 2560 by 1440 and a few other cool stuff. Moving on to their cameras, this is where things get pretty interesting because we know the iPhone X is notable for taking some stunning portrait shots with its dual 12 megapixel cameras. But with the S9 though, it only comes with a single camera. It's a 12 megapixel sensor, so it's going to focus its attention on low light performance more than anything else thanks to its varying aperture, which can be set to either f1.5 or f2.4. Over on the video side, you do have 4K capture on both handsets, but what's interesting is with slow motion capture. The iPhone X isn't too shabby with its 240 frames per second capture at 1080p, but the Galaxy S9 goes just a little bit further at 960 frames per second, but only at 720p resolution. And finally, when it comes to their batteries, the S9 has a 3000 mAh cell, while the iPhone X sizes up with a 2716 mAh battery. You do have their respective fast charging technologies and also wireless charging. We know that the iPhone X is well above $1,000, but Samsung didn't say specifically how much the Galaxy S9 is going to cost. We could only imagine that the S9 is going to be priced lower than the Note 8 considering all things, but we'll know more as the release date nears. If the price is indeed a lot lower than the iPhone X, that means that the S9 is going to offer considerable value. But as we've seen, people aren't afraid to spend a little bit more to pick up the iPhone X at over $1,000. So if you guys want to learn more about either handsets, you can check out our website, PhoneArena.com. This is John B, signing off.